welcome back to Good Chicken Teaching Resources. This week's book talk is Monster by Walter Dean Myers. As you can see, this has won several awards, including the National Book Award finalists, the Coretta Scott King Award, and the Michael Prince Award for Excellent and Young Adult Literature. All right, so this is a story about Steve Hartman, and Steve Hartman is a 16-year-old. He is an inspiring filmmaker, and he's on trial for murder. So this whole story is about Steve's trial and how it goes. I love this book. It is a very powerful book. It's a book that sticks with you long after you have finished reading it. I couldn't think about anything but the ending of this book for weeks afterwards. And then anytime that somebody mentions this book or it comes up in conversation, I am back to pondering about the ending of this book. It is so good. So the story is told from Steve's perspective, but it's kind of interesting in how it's told. It starts out and he kind of explains his situation because he's writing in a journal. So it looks like parts of the book like this because he's writing it as a journal. But then he also, again, I told you he's an inspiring filmmaker. Large portions of the story, especially parts about the actual trial, he's writing it like a screenplay. It's really just an interesting use of two different genres mixed together to create this very engaging story. One of the reasons this book is such a quick read is because of the mixed use of those genres, the screenwriting and the journal. I think that makes it go really fast. But also, even though we're getting this story from Steve's perspective, it still feels like a mystery because Steve isn't upfront with everything that's going on and how involved he is this whole crime that took place. So as you're reading the story, you're getting to piece together what is happening. So it is kind of like a mystery, and that's one of the reasons it was so engaging to me. I finished this book in about a day. It was that good. All right, I'm going to read you just a little bit of the very beginning. The best time to cry is at night when the lights are out and someone is being beaten up and screaming for help. That way, even if you sniffle a little, they won't hear you. If anybody knows that you are crying, they'll start talking about it, and soon it will be your turn to get beat up with the lights go out. There's a mirror over the still sink in my cell. It's 6 inches high and scratched with the names of some guys who were here before me. When I look into the small rectangle, I see a face looking back at me. I don't recognize it. It doesn't look like me. I couldn't have changed that much in a few months. I wonder if I will look like myself when the trial is over. All right, so if this is a book that you think you would be interested in reading, I'll have a link below to where you can find it as well. Of course, always check with your public and school libraries. If you want more from us, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Pinterest, and you can find our resources at Teacher Pay Teachers. And don't forget to subscribe.